All right. Today I'm going to be talking about linear danger areas. It is an environment that we run into quite frequently that is not currently in our BCT that I think we should add to our BCT. Linear danger areas are things like roads or alleyways, or sometimes you can even use like open fields that are not too large to cross them safely. Most commonly, those would be roads with the types of environments that we are running into. If we move into more urban areas or we're doing like mount through towns and stuff, we might run into like four-way intersections and stuff, which is a little more advanced, but still the same concept. So as a baseline, what I'm going to be doing is using a four-man team for the standard, and then I'm going to explain the process of how to do that. So in this example, our friendlies are going to be marked in blue, and we are going to be starting at this position where this big old blue circle is right here, and we need to get to this position over here where that blue X is. In order to do that, we need to cross this road at some point. Um, we're just going to, for simplicity reasons, say that we're taking this dotted trail right here to get to the X. So we're going to be crossing the road at this point. So standard formation for something like this would be a straight column on a goat trail or foot trail, or a staggered column, which would be like so, and then obviously moving that direction. That would make this dude number 1, this dude number 2, and this dude number 3, and your last man number 4 right here. So when I'm referring to those numbers, I'm referring to those people. Um, so what would happen is you're traveling this direction down the trail. Your point man, dude number 1, should ideally see, oh, there's a linear danger area, and he would call out on the radio, LDA. If he is paying attention, which he should be if he's your point man, he would call out which direction he's going to set up, and that direction should always be towards contact first. If he's not paying attention, hopefully your squad leader's paying attention. If your squad leader's not paying attention, you have a bigger problem than dealing with LDAs. Um, so for this example, we're just going to say that this town of Tyrone is our threat vector. It's got tangos in it that we need to be worried about. So we're going to set up in that direction first. So because dude number 1 is on the left, it's going to make it a little easier to set up. So specifically, dude number 1 is going to set up on the west side of the dirt road and north side of the trail, kind of like where that dot is, and he's going to be facing northbound towards the threat vector to make sure that no one's walking down the trail, walking down the road, and spots them, like so, that way, right? So he does that because that is the highest probability of enemy movement in this area. There is a possibility of enemies already being out on patrol and coming back to the area. So immediately, dude number 2 is going to set up on that highest, the second highest threat vector. And that's to the south of the footpath or goat trail, and to the west on the same side but opposite of one facing the other direction. Right there, that creates a safe tunnel between 1 and 2 where 3 and 4 can pass through. So 3 and 4 are going to do exactly that. 3 is going to let number 1 know that he is passing, and then when he is set on this side, facing north towards the original threat vector, he will say set. And then dude number 4 should be doing the same thing that dude number 3 is doing at the same time or within a couple seconds, depending on how the squad leader wants to run his team. And he would set up on the east side of the dirt road south of the goat trail, so that that funnel, your safety tunnel, boom, everyone can run right through there. Now, if you have more teammates, they would all, if you had like a 5, 6, 7, and 8, they would pipe through and they would set up a 180-degree security facing that direction. And then if you ever run in like ODA teams and you have like a 12-man group or whatever, you could have you would have an established rear security way in the back over here, um, already looking, and then they would fold in. So key notes when doing this training is making sure uh, that obviously they make the tunnel for people to pipe through. They make sure that they call that they are moving. They make sure that they call they are set, and they make sure that they call last man. So when we collapse, dude number one, this guy here that I'm adding swiggle to, made his circle bigger. He is going to be the first one to collapse. Actually, he would be the second one to collapse. Dude number two, this guy, would be the first one to collapse because he has the lesser threat vector, technically speaking. Um, if it were an ideal world and everything was perfect. So he would pull off first, and he would say that he is moving, and he would let dude number four know that he's last man. Ideally, within a second or two, dude number one would do the same thing and let dude number three know that he is last man. So now both of these guys are gone, and they are now moving this direction down the trail, and that should be dude number one in front and dude number two in the rear to keep that same point man situation. So then what would happen is dude number three would say, oh, last man's passing me, give him a second to get where he's going, I'm off target. Same thing with dude number four. Oh, dude number two is passing me, give me a second, I'm off target. And then they would fall back into their uh, column or staggered column formation, whichever is set. And that is linear danger areas.